everyone, welcome to Horrible Gaming. My name is Nora, and on today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to build a cruise ship. Several of you have requested a tutorial on this on my Instagram, so I thought we would go ahead and get the video out since the build is rather quick and easy. I normally do not post back to back like this. I usually post every 3 days, but being that this build is super easy and simple, I figured why the heck not, let's have an extra video this week. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and also check out my other videos in my video section tab, as well as check out my socials in the description, which are linked below. So right now, if you have been looking at my other videos and following me on Instagram, you'll know that I have 3 islands active right now. Yes, 3. I have a rural styled Japanese island that I'm trying to finish up, and I'm hoping to be done with that in a few weeks. I also have a new natural build that I've started, and now I've added another project to my list, which is this island. This island is actually inspired by where I grew up in Washington State, and it was a little port styled town, so I'm trying to go for like a really nice rustic-y port styled small town vibe. So we're going to be using a lot of water terraform in this. It's going to be a lot smaller feeling than most builds I've done, but it's also going to be really cluttered and a huge fishing community. So I hope that everyone loves this island. I think so far it's been really fun because I normally don't add water to my islands. I just struggle with it, and this is way out of my comfort zone. I'm not using roads, which is another thing that is really weird to me because usually all my city cores have a road. So I'm curious to see how this whole island will turn out, and heck, if it's not my best island, maybe one of you can make a better version of it. But I just thought like it would be a really fun challenge to do since I've had this idea in my head for a while, and now I'm finally like, let's go ahead and try to do this. So basically I want to do, like I mentioned earlier, a lot of fishing styled buildings, and then I want to have a really huge dock area, which is that location right there that you see I'm starting to work on. That's actually where we're going to be doing today's build. I'm just not going to save my game since my console is modded, and I'll just refresh the old save and continue where I was. But I'm too lazy to do a flat save today, and plus this has all the codes on it, so I thought it would be easier on myself regardless. So also, speaking of modding, I put this disclaimer in all my videos. As mentioned, I'm a modder, and if you want to learn more about that, go ahead and visit my Instagram, which is linked as mentioned earlier. And I have a Q&A highlight that has everything you need to know about modding. I'm also going to link one of my favorite YouTubers as well that all of us modders go to for everything about modding. Like, they have all the important documents you're going to need, etc. Modding is a huge commitment. It's not like you mod the Skyrim game or Sims. It requires common knowledge and custom firmware, so I definitely recommend reading up on this and studying it before you commit to it. All codes can be found on the description below. If you saw some other designs that you really liked during my progress tour, you'll need to go to my Instagram, which is also linked. I'm using a lot of codes where the creators want their Instagrams to be credited, and this is why I always encourage my followers to make an Instagram account so you have access to every single code that I use. Alright, so just like our city core builds, you're going to be covering all of this terraform with a custom design, and I will have this deck code linked in the description, but also I want to cover the next level with maybe a rusty color, or you can use the same deck code, but I decided to do a metal just because that is the top part of the boat, and then we're going to be adding another level for the very top part of the boat. So now I'm just going to go ahead and place some fence down for the railings, and then now we're going to go ahead and prep that third level. Now that my third level is prepped, I'm going to go ahead and place my simple panels for the window of the boat. This is obviously a personal preference, so make code design changes as you need for your theme. So now I have placed a wedding pipe organ in the front, and then also a white lighthouse. This is the very front of our boat, and then we're going to be placing 3 oil barrels on that very top level of terraform. As you can see, this build is not super complex like most city core like builds. This is a forced perspective, so it's meant to be looked at from a far away view. So as you can see, I'm just gonna go ahead and place these bottom panels now to get the bottom part of the boat ready. I'm also gonna go ahead and make a minor adjustment to the front by removing this little bit of terraform, just so everything is more leveled and even. So now I have finished putting most of the bottom level windows down, and then we're gonna go ahead and place the last two right here. If you're somebody who hates open gaps like this, even though it is a forced perspective, you can fill in with bookshelves. I would use probably the white ones, and I'll show you how those look placed, but on my original build, I just left them empty like this. So if you are OCD about the open spots, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to place the bookshelves. Now, you don't have to do this step if you don't want to. You can totally skip it. It is a forced perspective, and I promise you no one's gonna notice it. But if you are that one person who's like, well, I'll know it's empty, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how it looks with them and how it looks without. I'm also going to expand this base out just a little bit because we're going to need the room when we place the box sofas down, which is going to be the very bottom part of the boat build. So now I'm just gonna line the base with the box sofa, and you're gonna see me do a quick transition because seeing me place a million box sofas is definitely not fun to watch. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward to that part right now. Alright, so the front of the boat is now done, and we're going to go ahead and expand the back just a little bit to work on the back part of our boat. Again, we're going to be placing the bookshelves if you are somebody who doesn't want the open spaces, and I will show you how the build looks without them at the end of the video. So go ahead and place your box corner sofas and line the back part base, and then we're going to go ahead and do any minor adjustments we need to today's build. So here is how the forced perspective looks when you use the bookcases. Being that this is a forced perspective, I don't care if the back parts of the simple panels are empty because no one is actually going to see this. It's meant to be a further away build. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the bookcases now to show you how the perspective looks without them. And now here is without the bookshelves. I wanted to include both versions for those who may prefer it and those who may prefer without it. Let me know which version is your favorite in the comment section below. Don't forget to check out my socials in the description, and I will see you next video.